started this collection back in the 60s with my father, Brian Bashall, who's sadly no longer with us now, but he's left a hell of a legacy. It all revolved around him dating my mother. My grandparents said, "You can date my daughter, but not on a motorcycle," and it was a Jowett van or a Land Rover Series 1, and he plumped for the Land Rover. And of course, like any Land Rover, once you've owned one, it's in your blood. The collection has grown and grown since then to well over 130 cars as it sits today. It is just an amazing collection of prototype, pre-production and very rare or unique vehicles. There's nothing else like it in the world as far as I know. We've got Land Rover experience here, and this particular year is the very last year you'll be able to ride in a Defender owned by the Jaguar Land Rover company. We've got a display of vehicles on loan from Jaguar Land Rover. We've got a prototype Velar Range Rover sitting beside the original Velar, which is Range Rover number 1.
I've had to pick the favourite car for the awards tomorrow, but there are two that are my favourites, and they are the two that are behind me. The Digger conversion is just brilliant, but also this Series 2 behind me, and the Silerator is just fantastic. Favourite part of the event, to be honest, is just walking around. It's so nice just being able to walk up to people who've got Land Rovers and just have a chat to them, or you hear a story about their Land Rover, and that kind of shared passion for this vehicle that we know is international, and there is no other car, no other mark that has the same worldwide passion as Land Rover. And you know, the fact that Dunsfold has this extraordinary collection, which is the focus, it's like a magnet, it attracts everybody to it, and they bring all theirs as well. It's just such a brilliant event. The trust is amazing.
My favourite part of the event is without doubt the auction, because we are a charity as the Dunsfold Collection, and we need to raise money, and that's not the only reason that we run this event, but it's one of the main reasons. I haven't got a favourite car, but the one I'm leaning on is pretty important because it's a car that I was after for 31 years. It was sitting in a container up in North Wales, and I couldn't buy it, and then finally one day I could buy it, and I bought it and restored it. And it is the Velar, which won the first senior service hill rally, the first off-road rally in the United Kingdom, driven by Roger Craythorne, and a very, very significant car in the history of off-road driving.
So if you're asking me what my favourite part of the event is, do you know what? It was last night. It was on the last day of setting up. There were no people, and I had 131 of our cars lined up, and I almost wept. It was such a joy to see. I love them all, but if I really had to be buried with one, it would be a Viking funeral in my amphibious Australian 1-ton prototype. I suppose I've got to have a Viking funeral in it.
Every time we have a show here, new, wonderful, old vehicles turn up that we've never seen. The camaraderie here is extraordinary. The friendliness is extraordinary as well, and it's a very small, contained event which Land Rover lovers really enjoy.